9:30 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe and put notification on.
In Tanzania, we have an amazing array of places we call home. But when it comes to interior designing, decorations, and gardening, we don't make the most of the spaces. On The Decor, you learn about designs, styles, functions, elegance, and traditions by being inspired from the best in the field to transform your spaces and create more memories. On Saturday at 7:30 p.m.
In Capital News tonight, Presidents Dr. John Magufuli of Tanzania and Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera of Malawi have laid the foundation stone for construction of Mbezi Bus Terminal in Dar es Salaam. Presidential candidates in Zanzibar continue to sell their policies at various election campaigns. And in sports, the national football team, Taifa Stars, gets ready for the friendly against Burundi. Good evening. This is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Vanessa Victor. Let's get started with the national news. The President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. John Magufuli, and the President of Malawi, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, have laid the foundation stone for the construction of a modern bus terminal at Mbezi Luis in Dar es Salaam, with President Magufuli clearly stating his dissatisfaction on the pace of construction, whereby directed it be completed by November.
Na waziri alikuwa anazungumza hapa, wanatakiwa kukabidhi mwezi wa kwanza. This is not fair.
Today it is October and the minister has said that they are supposed to hand over in January. This is not fair because from July to January it is only 4 months. People should be at work here bringing in money. It is a good project, but its implementation is very poor. It is not acceptable for people to use Corona as an excuse. Its effects in this country are very minimal. The contractor should have been here.
Project of an international bus terminal is an indication of how our peoples can interact with each other and travel freely in the region. And I believe that the SADC region will be the best region across Africa.
And meanwhile, President Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera of Malawi has completed his official visit to Tanzania with his host, President Dr. John Magufuli, seeing him off at Julius Nyerere International Airport. And the presidential candidate for ACT, actually the deputy chairman of Chama cha Demokrasia na Maendeleo, Chadema, Tundu Lissu, has advised, apologize, just some technical difficulty. We go back to the story on the presidential candidate for ACT Wazalendo in Zanzibar, Maalim Seif Sharif Hamad, who has continued with his campaigns, pledging to strengthen the health sector as well as fight against drug smuggling.
Madawa ya kulevya katika nchi.
Regarding drugs, we shall have no mercy on anyone. We know that those who bring in drugs are known, But every time there is a such operation, only the small fish is caught, and whales are set free. The government, which is coming this month, will not tolerate this.
Katika serikali yetu kuwa na call centers.
In our government, we shall have call centers, whereby if someone is at home and has a problem, he shall make a call to the call center and get advice, and the telephone number will be toll-free. This is so as to get a solution to your problem immediately.
Hizo anapata maelekezo. Sawa sawa.
And Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM party presidential candidate for Zanzibar, Dr. Hussein Mwinyi, has assured foreign investors in the tourism sector that his government will prioritize the sector, including forming a special force to combat tourism crimes.
Ni kweli kwamba katika utalii jambo muhimu.
It is true in tourism, the most important factor is that people and their property must be safe. So we shall look into having special officers for tourism sector who will provide better security to tourists and their belongings, but also for the country at large.
Hilo ni swala na sio wao tu walolalamika, hata wale wavuvi.
It is true in tourism, the most important factor is that people and their property must be safe. So we shall look into having special officers for tourism sector who will provide better security to tourists and their belongings, but also for the country at large.
Zaidi wakapata samaki wengi zaidi badala kugombea maeneo hayo.
The Prevention and Combating of Corruption Bureau, PCCB, in Manyara region has arrested the headmaster of Orkiti Primary School in Kiteto District, Oscar Malui, for involvement in Standard 7 National Exam cheating, whereby he forced 2 Standard 6 students to write exams for some Standard 7 candidates.
As the school principal, he is alleged to have forced 2 Standard 6 students to write Standard 7 exams after the candidates who were supposed to sit for the exam to be below average. Investigation is going on, and once completed, legal measures will be taken against the teacher.
And CCM party has said the party's presidential candidate, Dr. John Magufuli, will officially resume campaigns tomorrow in Dar es Salaam and other regions after halting them temporarily to deal with official government business.
Kwenye chama hapa tumeipanga ratiba yake katika namna ambayo shughuli nyingine.
The party has planned its timetable in such a way that his other government duties are not left unattended. So on the presidential candidate timetable, on CCM party ticket, we've allocated him time during his campaign to come back to the office and serve Tanzanians. We know there is a lot to do and time is limited. What I would like to tell all Tanzanians is that they should be aware of, more so CCM party members, is tomorrow, October 9th, 2020. Dar es Salaam will come to a standstill. There will be a big presidential campaign, and that for members of parliament and councillors, whereby the guest of honor will be Ndugu John Pombe Joseph Magufuli, the presidential candidate on CCM party ticket, but also the CCM party chairman and president of the United Republic of Tanzania.
The government in Rombo District, Kilimanjaro region, has confiscated a consignment of mobile phones worth more than 700 million shillings that were seized while being smuggled into the country in a vehicle hidden among bananas.
The lorry had bananas, but mobile phone handsets were hidden in a large envelope placed inside a sack. We've arrested other suspects involved, and they are women. Investigation is going on, and patrols are taking place to control goods smuggling and illegal immigration.
Hizo simu kama zingeweza kupenya tusingeweza kuziona.
If we did not confiscate the mobile phone handsets, they could ruin the internal market. Most of those who are paying tax and are honest.
Nchini sasa mizigo hiyo, simu hizo zote.
All handsets worth at least 700 million have been nationalized. I urge all business operators to obey the law.
Wafanya biashara ambao wanapita katika mkoa wetu.
And the immigration force in Mwanza has captured 24 illegal immigrants from Burundi and Rwanda who were working at Baba Godi Church in Kangai A, Ilemela District, Mwanza, as well as 7 leaders of the church who are Tanzanian nationals.
Tuliwakuta raia wa kigeni 23.
We found 23 Burundi nationals and 1 Rwanda national who had entered the country and were living illegally. They also participated in church activities illegally. At the church, we found handcuffs. We've arrested 7 church leaders. They have a case to answer. We've been searching for my young brother for more than 1.5 years. His wife told me that he traveled on some church business. But this is alarming because anyone who attends that church is separated from his relatives.
Kwa sababu mtu yote anayekwenda kusali kwenye hilo kanisa la Baba Godi tayari anatengana na ndugu zake kimahusiano.
That's all for the national news. International news is next. In international news, the cabinet in Kenya has approved security measures announced by Joseph Kinyua-led team on requirements for public gatherings, media reporting and social media conduct. This follows concern in the past month Kenya has experienced growing political tensions that have exacerbated partisan divides and threatened peace, security and harmony.
Meetings and public proceedings shall be held in strict compliance with the Sections 5 of the Public Order Act, Cap 56, laws of Kenya. The convener or any person intending to hold a public meeting or a public procession shall A, notify the officer commanding station, that is OCS, of such intent at least 3 days but not more than 14 days before the proposed date of the public meeting or procession. B, be present throughout the meeting or procession and shall assist the police in the maintenance of peace and order at the meeting or procession.
To think about the country, even in the statements we make, in the speeches we make, our brothers and sisters, whatever we are doing in social media, let's think about the country. This is our only home on earth. Let us think about our country.
And Uganda has stepped up measures against the coronavirus by announcing that the country will not receive refugees without testing for the virus. This follows an increasing number of refugees, particularly from South Sudan and Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, who have been trying to cross the borders to get into the country.
Because of COVID, government instructed us not to receive any refugees. The order on refugees is still on. But on tourists, particularly the visitors who come to Uganda as tourists.
And U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday said he would not participate in a debate with Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden under a new format announced by the Debates Commission, in which each candidate would appear at remote locations. President Trump said the new virtual format announced by the Commission on Presidential Debates was not acceptable to him. Last Thursday, President Donald Trump tested positive for COVID-19, raising concerns concerns that he had infected Biden and moderator Chris Wallace during the first debate on the preceding Tuesday. That's where we leave off with international news. We'll be back with business news after this break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production, infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and now in business news. NMB Bank has entered into a partnership with the Union Pay Company on use of ATM cards, which will enable tourists from Asian countries visiting Tanzania access to financial services through NMB Bank. The service was launched in Zanzibar by the Minister of Information, Tourism and Antiquities, Mohamed Thabit Kombo.
Now Zanzibar will be visible. You have chosen Zanzibar because of tourism. Companies that operate in the tourism sector could integrate with NMB through e-commerce and will enable their customers to make payment via their website. A more secured and easy way to transact. This partnership between Union Pay and NMB will be very helpful to business operators whose businesses require foreign currency.
National price inflation during the month of September this year went down to 3.1% compared to 3.3% in August. This has been contributed to by declining prices of various goods and services during September.
In the period ending September 2020, when compared to prices in September 2019, some of the prices of the commodities that have gone down in September 2020 compared to prices in September 2019 includes rice by 2.0%, maize by 10.2%, wheat flour by 1.3%, cassava by 18.4%, sweet potato by 10.7%.
Mobile phone company Tigo has continued with various activities during the Customer Service Week in Dar es Salaam, which include addressing the spot communication challenges facing customers.
Our objective is to get closer to customers.
And that is all for business news. Sports is next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. opposition, Marquinhos. He did lose to Lynn.
And now in sports. The national football team Taifa Stars has continued with training under coach Etienne Ndairagije for the friendly against Burundi this Sunday, with Himid Mao the only player yet to join the squad.
We thank God, training is proceeding well since the first day. It is only John Boko who had a problem, so he is receiving treatment, but all the others are here. Right now, we are waiting for Himid Mao, who will be here later, but all the others are in good form.
The Ngome handball team is proceeding with preparations for the Nyerere Cup competition as well as the East African Championships.
We are training as there are many competitions. There is the Nyerere Cup as well as the East and Central Africa Championships, and that is our main aim. Nyerere Cup is the immediate one.
Mesut Ozil has been left out of Arsenal's 25-man Europa League squad, further underlining that he plays no part in Mikel Arteta's plans. Here's more.
7 months have passed since Ozil last featured for Arsenal, and he has not been part of any matchday squad so far this season. It was conceivable he might be enlisted for action on Thursday nights, given the hectic schedule Arsenal face. However, he has not made the cut for Arteta's A-list, and it looks certain he has played his last game for the club. Socrates Papastathopoulos, who likewise is far from first-team contention, was also omitted for the group stage ties against Molde, Rapid Vienna and Dundalk.
Olivier Giroud became France's second highest all-time top scorer on Wednesday in a 7-1 win over Ukraine, scoring twice to leapfrog Michel Platini's total of 42 goals, and is now gunning for Thierry Henry's all-time record of 51.
Giroud celebrated his 100th cup in style in front of the visitors' coach Andriy Shevchenko, one of his idols. Eduardo Camavinga opened the scoring for France with a brilliant bicycle kick, becoming the second youngest player ever to score for Les Bleus, aged 17 years and 11 months. The record was set by Maurice Gastiga in March 1914 when he scored against Switzerland, aged 17 years and 5 months.
Barcelona have confirmed that sufficient signatures have been verified to proceed with a vote of no confidence in President Josep Maria Bartomeu.
A total of 20,687 members backed the motion, and on Thursday the club revealed that the minimum threshold of 16,250 required to move the process on had been deemed authentic. Once the final results are submitted and a period of review passes, the board of directors will have between 10 and 20 working days to set a date for the vote. The Barca statement read, pending the final closure of the validations process, this Wednesday, October 7th, the cutoff of the 16,250 valid signatures necessary for the vote to succeed was exceeded.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. On behalf of everyone who worked to bring you this bulletin, my name is Vanessa Victor. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
Watch Capital News live on our social media accounts, YouTube Capital TV and Facebook Capital Television Tanzania from Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe and put notification on.
Traveling to Tanzania is a very amazing experience because all the national parks are incredible.
We are here for a fun trip.
In Tarangire, in Serengeti, in Eyasi Lake, in Ngorongoro.
It was an amazing experience because I was very near from the lions, and for me it's incredible.
Tanzania is open. I will tell travelers that if they are willing to have an experience after the lockdown, they should evaluate Tanzania as a safe destination.
Tanzania is 100% safe.
Tanzania, unforgettable.